Welcome Helldivers, my name is Gun, and today we're going to talk about how to prepare for the Illuminate. Before engaging the Illuminate, it is crucial to understand their tactics and capabilities. The Illuminate excel in stealth and surprise attacks, often employing cloaked units and deploying energy shields to protect their assets. So weapons such as the Blitzer, the Plasma Punisher, and the Arc Thrower are going to be crucial for taking out their shields. I have a feeling the Orbital EMS could potentially take their shields out, but if it does disrupt their shields to give you a better chance on taking them out, that's perfect. Also, the Tesla Tower will be extremely effective for their shield as well. However, just remember, you're going to definitely want to use the armor passive Electrical Conduit. You will have to purchase the Warbond Cutting Edge unless they release armor in the shop that has it, but at this time it does not. That's the only place you get that armor passive. And what it does, it provides 95% resistance to arc damage. And this is very significant against one of the enemies that will be spawning up on you a lot, that being the tripod, as they shoot electricity at you, kind of like how the Blitzer Blast is. Okay, so I'm going to break it down from weakest to strongest. So I'm going to start off with the Observer. They have an advanced cloaking device that keeps them invisible, and they will come up to you and spot you. And when they do spot you, they will alert a lot of enemies to you. Usually it's always the tripods at lower levels, but the higher levels you get, you'll start getting more heavily armored enemies. So one thing you'll have to watch out with them is they will come in groups and they will constantly be tagging you. So anything with electricity or precision aiming, any semi-auto shotgun will be great, and the LAS sickle will be phenomenal against them. One thing you'll have to watch out for is they're very evasive and sneaky. So if you don't have good aim, a semi-auto shotgun will be really good for you. So there's also two variants of the Observer, that being the Watcher, which they will have shields, and they're typically on medium to high level planets. All they do is they have shields, but they can't shoot at you, so they'll be a little bit more difficult to kill, and they might have more time to alert the enemy. So the next variant is the Obsidian Observer. So I believe they won't add him just yet, but if they do, they do have the capability of damaging you, and they have the shield as well. So they could damage you as well as alerting reinforcements. So the next is the Tripods. They utilize electrostatic technology to subdue and torture their victims, so they shoot almost like a blitzer shot at you. So I believe this will actually bypass or disable the shield generator or the personal shield faster, but that's just an assumption. So again, with these guys, I have a feeling the best weapons will all be the electric weapons, or explosive weapons will be extremely useful to be able to take out their legs, if that is a possibility, which I believe it will be. So they will group up, and it's like you'll be getting shot by multiple blitzers. So definitely use the armor passive that I mentioned. Okay guys, so next is the Hunter. So they use long range, high powered electro pulse gauntlets. So it has kind of like a charge up time around 3 seconds, and if that beam is stuck on you and you're not paying attention, you will get one shot. However, I don't think they will be like this in Helldivers 2. The only thing I find that will be difficult with this one is at the higher rounds, and you have a lot of enemies constantly locking on you. That will be probably the most annoying thing. So obviously the best things to bring out against them is long range weapons, because they are pretty squishy, or even have a sentry out there to help watch your back. That'll be crucial against these guys. Okay, so next is the Apprentice. So the Apprentice are commonly found whenever the Illuminate attack. Their nano abilities are dangerous and used to incapacitate their targets before moving into melee range to slice up their enemies. So they're very aggressive. Think of the Hunters in the Thermite side, but they are a little bit more evasive. So the best thing against these guys would honestly be a shotgun. A full auto shotgun would be really good, or even the sickle. They're really not that strong, and they are part of the light infantry. So a couple rounds from the sickle will take them down pretty easily. Okay, so the Outcast is next. So upon spawning, the Outcast will seek to enter close range and engage players in combat with their rapid melee attacks. So think of the meat saw and the stalker had a baby, and that's the outcome. With them, obviously you'll want something that could do high damage at close range, or even long range, so you could catch them by surprise. I think they'll be a little bit more squishy compared to the stalkers. Hopefully they'll add like a EMP grenade eventually, so you'll be able to destroy shields or even take enemies out of invisibility quicker. That'd be really nice. So next is the Oblisk. So the Oblisk is a heavily armored, shielded dome capable of self-teleportation and projecting a strong energy wall. So anything in the path of the wall will instantly kill you. So you'll have to watch out for that. Not only that, but they will block off flanks because the wall, you cannot go through it until they take it down or you destroy it. So with them, you'll definitely want to bring all your heavily armored weapons, such as EAT, Spear, or the Quasar Cannon, just to name a few. Also, any orbital strike will do the job. However, I will do testing on it whenever they do come out to let you guys know what's the best thing to use against them. Also, this could be where Thermite grenades excel, because you will stick them and that Thermite will consistently damage them. So I have a feeling the Thermite grenades will be a lot more effective and useful. Impact grenades are better. So next we have the Illusionist. So the Illusionist launch homing projectiles, so 2 to 3 of them will actually down a Helldiver on the first game. The orbs detonate after a short time if they don't hit anything, causing all players caught in the blast area to have the controls temporarily reversed. So walking, aiming, and even the input of stratagem codes are affected. So you could actually target the orbs with fire weapons, such as the incendiary shotgun, and it will actually destroy the projectile on contact. It might change on Helldivers too. Also, the projectiles tend to curve back if dodged, so using the shield generator pack, so it'll make you immune to the control reverse effect. So the next is the council members. So the council members are actually very dangerous. They will do the same 3 orb attack at you that the Illusionists do, and it can reverse your controls as well. However, they also have a deadly attack, which is a lethal white orb which can instantly kill an unshielded Helldiver. So whenever you deplete their shields and ignite a council member, it'll prevent them from teleporting as long as they're burning. Also, you could consistently hit them and it will prevent them from teleporting. So again, any incendiary weapon, any arc throwing weapons or arc weapons, long range weapons are going to be extremely useful against them. Okay, and lastly is the Great Eye. I believe they won't add the Great Eye just yet. I have a feeling this will be kind of like how the Hive God for the Terminids is. So it'll be later down the line, maybe more like a raid. But when we do get to them, the Great Eye is actually known as the master of the Illuminate. So it says the Great Eye is heavily armed and might even hold the keys to the WMD weapons. It is imperative that these Great Eyes are taken out once the opportunity presents itself. So, unlike the Illusionists or Council members, the Great Eye will launch multiple homing projectiles at a time. 2 or 3 of these are enough to down a Helldiver. So the orbs will detonate after a short time if they don't hit again, just like the Illusionist, causing all players caught in the blast area to have their controls temporarily reversed. The Great Eye will also launch batches of the same instantly lethal white orbs used by the council members. It can sweep its laser cannon in a wide arc. The laser beam can be avoided by going prone or engaging the jump pack. I have a feeling the spear is going to be extremely effective against this thing because the spear is capable of one-shotting a lot of enemies. However, I have a feeling it'll be extremely difficult to take out. So in all honesty, we don't really know how it will be in Helldivers 2 or how much health it will have. So originally it had 250,000 health. So that would probably be around, this is just a guess, but I'm assuming somewhere around 15 rail cannon shots from the sky. That's the firepower I feel that it will take to destroy this thing. Okay guys, so I believe the Illuminate will actually come out in around 3 to 4 months. I think our war effort against the automaton and the Terminids, they need to be eradicated before they start the invasion. And I have a feeling they will surprise us once we think we have the upper hand. They're gonna try to take over the map, and I have a feeling they'll be able to jump spaces. But I think them being able to jump to multiple spaces and not being tied to the edge of the map would be insane, meaning they'd be able to jump to any spot as long as it's not connected to Super Earth. And if that does happen, everybody's gonna panic. I could promise you that. So the Illuminate is gonna be a difficult faction to get used to. They have cloaking abilities, so they could reverse your controls, they'll snipe you from long range, and they could block off your pathways so you can't flank them. But it will be interesting to see them on the 3D field instead of the top-down view. So in the first-person view, it's going to be interesting. Okay, guys, well, that's all I have for this. If you guys have any more details or are a seasoned Helldivers 1 player, and you have other strategies you used to implement against Illuminate on the original game, please put it in the comments below. I would love to know, and it would be good for the community to understand how to face them as well. But yeah, that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And stay safe out there, Helldivers. Peace out.